Assalamu alaikum dear students. This is International Islamic University Islamabad School Sahiwal campus. Science grade 6 lesson number 12 lecture number 4 exercise. Students, write all the bookwork questions on book and copy work on your science homework notebook and additional questions on your science classwork notebooks. Dear students, you have following tasks B, C and D, which you have to do on your notebooks. So first we will discuss about the task B. Answer these questions in a sentence. So you have to write answer of these questions in a single sentence. These are basically short questions. Question number 1 is, what is the SI unit used to measure distances? Question number 2, name the modern fastest mode of transport. Question number 3, express 3.46 meter length in millimeter unit. So you have to change this in millimeter units, 3.46 meters into millimeter. Question number 4, a scale has 10 divisions between two consecutive centimeter markings. What is the minimum distance that can be measured using this scale? So if a scale has 10 divisions between two consecutive centimeter markings, between the 2 centimeter markings there are 10 subdivisions. So what will be the minimum distance that we can measure by using this scale? Question number 5, what are stationary objects? Task C. Answer these questions. Question number 1, what is the need to know the distance? Give 3 reasons. Question number 2, give 3 examples where knowledge of distance is necessary. Question number 3, give a list of quantities that need to be measured in everyday life. Question number 4, why cannot handspan be used as a standard unit of length measurement? Question number 5, why is standard unit of measurement of length required? So in this question you have to write about the importance of standard unit of measurements, that why we need a standard unit of measurement to measure the length of any object. Question number 6, what is measurement and what is the need of correct measurement? So in this you have to define measurement and then you have to write what is the need of correct measurement. Question number 7, while measuring the length of a cardboard box, the reading of the scale at one end is 5.6 centimeter and at the other end it is 57.2 centimeter. What is the length of the box? So this question describes that in this question the value is basically non-zero value. Usually we start reading from a zero value. We put a scale at one end of the object starting from the 0 and then we read the other end reading. But in this question you have discussed that 5.6 centimeter is basically the starting point and the ending point is 57.2. so 5.6 is basically non-zero value and the length starts from 5.6 centimeter on the scale reading. So you have to take 5.6 centimeter as your zero marking and the other end or the final value as a 57.2 centimeter, and you have to calculate the length of the box. Question number 8, distinguish between rectilinear and curvilinear motion. So you have to differentiate between these two types of motion. Question number 9, how is the motion of a moving wheel of a bicycle different from that of a moving fan? So in this you have to write the difference between the motion, between the type of motion of a moving wheel of a bicycle and a moving fan. Question number 10, all oscillatory motions are periodic motions. Explain. So in this question you have to explain that all the oscillatory motion in this word are basically periodic in nature. Task D, answer these questions in detail. These are basically long questions. Question number 1, write the story of the development of modes of transport. So in this question you have to explain the history behind the development of mode of transports and what are the basic transport systems that are used from earlier time to this time. Question number 2, Describe a method to determine the dimensions of your room using a pen and its cap. So basically you have to determine about the length and width of a room. How much accuracy can one obtain in this method? So while using a pen and its cap, how much accuracy in the dimensions of a room can be obtained? Question number 3. Describe a correct method of measuring the length and width of a playground using a meter scale. So in this question you have to describe the method that how you can use a meter scale to measure the length and width of a playground. Question number 4. Can we use an elastic measuring tape for accurate measurement of distances? List some of the difficulties you might face in using such a measuring tape. So in this you have to describe about the elastic measuring tape, that whether it gives you an accurate measurement or not, and if it does not give an accurate measurement, so what are the difficulties that might we face in using such type of measuring devices. Question number 5. Describe a method to measure the diameter of a football. So it has a hint that keep the football between two wooden blocks, as football is basically round in shape. So you can keep in between the two wooden blocks so that you can measure the diameter easily. Question number 6. Describe various types of motion with examples. So in this you have to describe all the type of motions and their subtypes, or the types of motion and having the other type of motion in them, and you have to exemplify them with certain examples. So basically this is your lesson number 12 exercise you have to do. Now you know questions and all these tasks A, B, C and D. You have a Word file attached with this lecture, so you can do this question with the help of that Word file, and you have to learn all these questions. And if you find any difficulty regarding this lecture, you can ask us on WhatsApp number. So for that you have to mention your name, your grade, the subject and lecture number, so that you can get a positive response. So write down your diary. So your diary is that do all the questions on your science classwork notebooks, additional questions on science classwork notebooks, and task B and C, D on your science homework notebooks. And this is end of the lesson. Allah Hafiz.